Hi boys and girls. Today I'm going to show you some fun things we can do with Model Magic. First, I want to show you how I like to open the Model Magic. You can either slice off one end with scissors and then pull it open at the seam, or you could try pulling it open at the seam, but if this doesn't work for you, definitely grab a pair of scissors. So much easier. And then gently pull it open at the seam. You want to try to save your wrapper because that's one of the things that the Model Magic will not stick to. If you try to make Model Magic on the desk, it might stick. On a piece of paper, it's definitely going to stick. So I just take off my Model Magic, and all you have to do is touch to the wrapper where the Model Magic is hanging out, and then it's nice and clean. You can then take a pen or maybe even a permanent marker, write your name on this, and use this as your placemat when you're done. So one thing we want to definitely do is color the Model Magic if you have markers. So I like to rip off a piece, flatten it out between my fingers, or you can roll it using the marker. You just have to remember to pick it up every once in a while so it doesn't stick to your desk. The thinner you make the Model Magic before you start coloring it, the more color you're going to get on that Model Magic. So now it's nice and thin like a tortilla. Take your marker, and instead of using the tip of the marker, like that, I like to use the side of the marker, and you get much more coverage. It's a lot easier, and it glides better on the Model Magic. It doesn't get stuck as much. Now, when I put the marker on the Model Magic, it's almost like putting sauce on a pizza. You don't want to go all the way to the edges, because if I touch this marker right now, it's going to get all over my fingers, and I'm going to leave fingerprints all over the place. So I like to grab from the edges, take my tortilla, fold it in half like a taco, and keep folding until all that marker's on the inside. Now it's safe to touch. I can mush it and smush it, and right away you'll be able to see some of the color coming through. The more you mush and smush, swirl and twirl, the more the marker will come through. And no fingerprints. This is the cleanest way that I know of making the Model Magic colored. Now, at most, this is like a reddish pink color because the marker is red, the Model Magic is white, and whenever you add white to a color, it makes a tint. If I want it a little bit darker, I can roll it out, flatten it, and make more. Color it again, over and over. You could probably color it like 3 times before the marker just won't soak into the Model Magic anymore. So, one thing you can make with Model Magic is roll it into a ball. You can flatten it into a disc. You could take it, roll it out, into a long, skinny, worm-like shape. This is called a coil. You can take the coil and place it going around the edge of your disc, and you can gradually build up higher and higher and higher. I like to pinch the sides now, and the higher you build, the bigger it will be. This is called a coil pot because you use the coils to build up the sides. Another way of making Model Magic is a pinch pot. For this, you could take as many colors as you like, roll it into a ball, take your thumb and make a dent in the ball, then stick both thumbs inside the ball and pinch on the sides. Try not to pinch too much on the bottom. Pinch on the sides of the ball as you slowly turn, pinch and turn, until you have the sides to the thickness that you want. You don't want it too skinny. Kind of like a thin pancake. And then you just take, because the bottom is still round, you take it and you push down gently on the desk to flatten out the bottom. And this is called a pinch pot. The great thing about a pinch pot is if you don't like the way it turned out, squish it again, roll it into a ball, and keep trying. I hope you have fun with your Model Magic, boys and girls. That's just a couple of things that you can do with the Model Magic. Your imagination is the only limit to what you can do.